So that was my next question is like, how do you get into filming? And it sounds like you got the VX 2000 and then started and then off to
Yeah,
the races.
I credit it all to Dennis. Like I'd go down to San Diego and ride with those guys, and like they were doing crazy shit every day. Like I was the guy that would roll up to something 30 times and not do it. And then I was like, fuck, if I had a camera, like if I was gonna film this and if I at least ate shit and I had a clip for it, like I'd go for it.
Yeah.
Think filming is what changed my whole mindset on riding because I was literally that guy that wouldn't get myself to do anything. So the second I got a camera, I was like, fuck, I can push myself just like these guys do because now I have like a external motivation for it.
Yeah, same. I can
So
relate to that big time. As soon as
yeah,
filming got brought into it, I was like, "Oh, I want to go harder," and that's
exactly.
that's the move. That's
Yeah.
what's
So
up.
thanks to Dennis. Like, I mean, obviously, Dennis's career trajectory, like from him riding for Nike and Matador and all these crazy companies. Like, I was like the guy in his corner there to film it all.
That's so sick.
So, like, without even really knowing, like, I just had all the pieces to the puzzle to get my foot in the door, and then, I mean, yeah, start with Dennis. You can go anywhere from there. I got really lucky to just be submersed in that scene,
Yeah.
like through the amount of talent. Like I didn't even have to leave San Diego, and I
Yep.
could have a full-time job filming. Like between the spots and the riders that we had,
That's so
I
sick.
had made out there. So like I don't know. I feel the stars really aligned for me. Like I didn't have much going on, got kicked out of school, hated school, didn't have a job I liked. I was like, tried to go to college and do my GE, but I didn't know what to do. It was like literally, I was just following the steps that people tell you you're supposed to follow. And luckily, all the puzzle pieces fell into place and I ended up doing what I needed to be doing. Because
W-
if I was supposed to follow the path that everybody else did, I probably would have been a burnout. Like, sadly, a few of my friends were in my town that never got out and never did anything. So,
Yeah. So
yeah,
let's not brush over. You got kicked out of school. What the fuck? What happened? What'd you do?
yeah. I was ahead of the curve. I was
Too smart.
recreationally distributing medical marijuana at a young
My
age
guy.
of 17.
He was a businessman, dude. It's entrepreneurship.
Yeah, I don't recommend that to anybody. That was probably one of the lowest points of my life, just getting in trouble and getting kicked out of school and putting my parents through all that. So
I
definitely
tried
don't
that
feel,
line of work for a little bit and I sucked at it, dude. I ended up losing money. I had to be like, Dad, I need $1,000 or else I'm in trouble.
yeah, yeah, not the best. But honestly, like I'm a firm believer that all things happen for a reason. I hate that it had to happen like that, but me getting kicked out of high school early, I was couple months into my junior year. I was already older for my grade too, so like I just took the GED and then busted my ass working at a local pizza place in town for a year to save up enough money to where I could move to San Diego and like have enough of a cushion to live for a
Nice.
year while I figured out a job. And my parents told me if I went to college, they'd help me with rent. So I said, fuck it, I'll go for it. I think I lasted one semester in college and then realized that I could make some money filming. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to go for it. And
Fuck yeah, dude. That's the move.
yeah, I'm glad I did because, yeah, like I said earlier, I'm not a guy that's good at working. Like, I'm glad I worked a 9 to 5. Like, I know what it's like to work like 40-hour weeks and be on that schedule and have a boss. I think it instilled the right things in me at a young age. And I took that and then did my own thing. But I'm glad I've at least worked that because I feel like there's some kids that have had pro careers that came and went and they never even had that like moment of time to like be a normal human and work and all that. And I think it makes it a lot harder to get a job
Yeah,
after you pro if you never knew what it was like to like do that grind. So
right.
I'm grateful to have that experience. I know what it's like and I never want it again. So I'm gonna keep busting my ass to be my
I'm
own boss.
I'm super curious because like living in California is expensive and working at a pizza shop, I can't imagine you're like making a bunch. But what was your, if you don't mind sharing it, I don't think this is too personal, but like what was your goal to save up to move to San Diego? Like what was your safety cushion number? Like how much? Like
That's a
five
good
grand?
question. I was making $10 an hour, which at the time was a lot for being I was like a delivery driver. Like I'd work 4 hours in the morning, I'd go ride midday, and then I'd work 4 hours at night and I'd get tips.
So $80 a day plus tips, and then
Yeah,
just save it up.
I want to say I might have had like, I don't know, like a couple $1,000 like or something. Like my
Fuck
rent
it, that's
was,
enough.
I think
Yeah,
my rent was $300,
dude, I
and
miss
I
those
was like
days.
fully
Yeah,
eating, like, back then burritos costed like $4. So like I was like super cheap, back then, like sleep on the floor wherever I can, eat at the bare minimum, like we were like full BMX, like scraping to get
yep,
by back then, but it was kind of normal.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I think I might have had a couple $1,000 just like with hopes of like, all right, I'll find a job within a couple of months, hopefully while I'm down there. But I think I maybe had a 6 month cushion of like,
nice.
I can pay my rent and eat cheap and not go anywhere. I wasn't really
Yeah.
traveling or anything, but
So
yeah,
you
different day and age.
sold oh sorry, go ahead.
No, that was it. I was just saying, like nowadays, like a couple $1,000 ain't
It doesn't
getting
go very
shit.
far. Yeah, it's wild, man. I don't know if it's because like we get older and you like have more responsibility and expenses, or because dude, I remember I was paying $200 for rent, living in a room in a BMX house, and maybe spending 10, $15 a day on food. But I was smoking cigs. I was spending $8, $9 a day on that, but
Oh yeah,
still like scraping by, living that life, dude. I love it. And you sold a video to Vital. Was that your first taste of like, okay, oh shit, I could do it? Because I think I can relate to that so hard. Because I remember Crooked World, ESPN. There was that couple period of years where people were getting paid to submit BMX videos to these websites, and
yep,
it's like that came and went, but I'm glad
for
I got a
sure.
little taste of it. It was so exciting to be able to like, I was in college and I got to tell my professor like, yeah, I've sold a couple of videos to ESPN, like
Yeah,
so
yeah.
even though it's just the ESPN like bike blog through Tunny. Reached the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed that clip. If you want to support me and the podcast, just subscribe and share the show with your friends. The full episode is in the description. So if you haven't, go check that out. It's also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you listen to podcasts. And the goal is just to grow. So if you could share the show with your BMX homies, that'd be dope. Anybody that you know that is a BMX nerd and would enjoy this podcast, do me that favor and we'll keep all these clips coming and one episode every week. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.